Yes, I am the Buddha of the ruby ray. I am come for a purpose. It is for the dividing of the way of light and darkness in the South, that territory that is called the South in the United States. I come for the lifting of the burdens of a people that go back not alone to the war between the states, but to ancient wars of Atlantis, whereby this people re-embodied here have remained divided and separated even long century and more after that war. It is an artificial division, beloved, and therefore let that artificiality be pierced, and let the burden that causes the absence of self-worth and the pressing down upon the people so affected be lifted. Shafts of ruby ray and splinters of light pierce then all levels of consciousness in these states. These shafts of fire then are as if frozen in matter. They are there for transmutation. And so Amritas does come to instruct you concerning the action of the violet flame combined with the ruby ray. As you know, the ruby ray is an intensification of divine love, the concentrate, if you will, of the Holy Spirit. Its intense fire, then, does produce an action of alchemy and the breaking up of ancient records. Thus, we send the messenger, and the messenger returns again and again to Atlanta. This time, then, let the violet flame so invoked at this greatest of gatherings held here, let the violet flame be braided with the ruby ray and its intensity, and let there be an action of liberation. Let there be the rising, not of the South, as you say, but let it be the rising of the Divine Mother within everyone, and the raising up of the light of the sacred fire, and the increase of the aura by the sacred breath. Blessed are ye who practice this pranayama, this breathing exercise of the beloved Dwal Kul, who serves also on the third ray of divine love. Love is the action of the sacred breath, and the sacred breath is the action of the cleansing and the healing and the balancing and the empowering unto those who have proven themselves not willing to misuse the power of God. Now see yourself as I place my electronic presence over you lightly, not with a full intensity, but lightly, that you might know the joy of that ruby ray action. I do not recommend that most of you wear that ruby. It is too intense, and before you have resolved the divisions in the psyche and in the soul, it is too intense of an action and can bring to the surface unconscious angers that you are not ready to deal with. So leave it to the messenger to wear a ruby for you and call for your perfectionment through the Holy Spirit and the lighter shades of petal pink that enfold you without such an alchemical action activating so many levels of your being. Know then, beloved, that Saint Germain has promised to send my messenger, as he said. Thus the messenger goes forth and the messenger is here, and it is to bring a special action of the light and fire, the rewarding of souls of light, the dealing with all who have awakened in this time of trouble, those who have awakened and shall awaken to everlasting life, and those who awaken to everlasting contempt. For this reason, you use the Lord's ritual of exorcism, which you all may learn and study at this conference, and therefore, calling for the protection of the saints robed in white and the mighty archangels, you may recite this in your homes, having first established your tube of light, the violet flame, and the presence of Archangel Michael for protection and faith. I speak then of self-exorcism, the removing of those vibratory ones, of the discarnates, of demons and other foul spirits, one by one from your aura, from your being, from your very teeth and your very inward parts, and then removing them from your household and the members of your household and your towns and so forth. It is good to come together 2 and 3 in the name of the Lord. It is good to come together to pray, for you have entered a path that leads to the sun. And as you approach the sun, the rays of light intensify, and you must step up your auras. The devotions of the ashram rituals also lead you to my heart. Know then, beloved, that you may be the instrument, even as a pillar of fire in your town, you may be the instrument for the dispelling of many burdens upon a wondrous people who have gathered here. Let America be raised, let a people be saved, and let them be liberated especially of the false hierarchy of Christianity that does pound and pound a doctrine that is incomplete at best and false at worst. So know this, O souls of light. To know, to dare, to do, and to be silent allows you to tend the altar of God and yet not expose yourself to the ridicule or the enmity of those who are convinced beyond all turning aside that their doctrine is right. Let them have it, beloved. Simply love them with the violet flame and pray for all souls who are receptive to enter the ranks of those who now know the use of the science of the spoken word to literally change a world, to turn it around. See then the change in your own world for the better. See then how that can be transferred on a larger and larger scale as you simply daily build your momentum of devotions. While I am speaking then, my ruby ray angels tend you, minister unto you, instruct your soul, and perform many functions in these states, that there might be a clearing of the way. We look then to many who are the light bearers of the south, who shall form an inner mandala of light and see themselves with bands of angels reaching out to the rest of the nation, the hemisphere, and the continents of the world. Yes, there is that soul travel. Yes, there is that joining with the hosts of the Lord, the mighty archangels, for the rescue of many in many parts of the world. This is a time, however, when you must concentrate on America itself as the United States, and America, north and south, comprising the entire hemisphere. For this is an hour, beloved, of great trial and crucifixion in these 50 states. Therefore, let a people know that their resources, their body and their blood, and the body and blood of their precious inner Christ must be used for the comforting, for the rebuilding, for the placing in place of those shafts and rays of ruby fire, for the girding up of a nation and the strengthening of the foundations, and for the challenging of those who have misappropriated the light of a mighty people come again from Atlantis. Yes, a mighty people who have the right to fulfill their destiny unimpeded by fallen angels, to whom they have abdicated their hearts, their lives, their honor, their integrity. O beloved, return to the commandments of God and know that just as soon as you are able to receive it, we shall intensify in your heart an action of the ruby ray, whereby the fire may go forth from you to enlighten those who are to be enlightened, to challenge those who may be facing the judgment, to turn and serve the light of love. I withdraw, beloved, for you have had enough of the ruby ray, and therefore I move on to other octaves, ready to answer your call at any hour. I am the Buddha of the ruby ray, tending the flame of the Mother in your heart. Please welcome me to your heart as I welcome you to my own.